What are underrated websites and what do you use them for? 10-minute mail. No need to use my own email to read a random website. I made a Reddit account using these emails. Account still working fine. This one sounds interesting. Finally, I can get my revenge. I will now create many fake emails and use them to spam the inboxes of porn sites. Remove.bg does a pretty solid job at removing the background of any image. You can even just Ctrl+V, lowers quality a little. Camel.com tracks the price history of something on Amazon so you can see if a sale is actually a good deal. The Chrome extension Keepa adds this functionality directly onto the Amazon product pages. I've saved a lot of money by seeing items that regularly go on sale. Real example, the Instapot Duo Nova, regularly $100, but I noticed it went to $50 twice the last 3 months. I waited a few days and now sure enough it's $50 again. Naturalreaders.com. It's basically a text-to-speech site that lets you copy and paste passages into a text box and then the computer will read it back to you. I use this when I need to type out papers, short stories, or any other lengthy piece of writing as a way of proofreading. It's nice to use this way because then you can hear your errors read aloud. I use it when I have a lot of reading assignments for college and I don't have time to really get to them all, but I want to listen to a reading while I clean or something. I used to use it for long reports. English isn't my native language and I try to get a listen to my writing to see if it sounds right. I stopped using it once I realized my spelling is jsut so horrible that it would sound like an alien regurgitating. www.photopea.com online image editor with Photoshop feature. Edit. Thanks for upvotes and awards. Don't forget to visit Photopea. Photopea is excellent. For those curious, it has the absolute best PSD file support of any non-Adobe product I've been able to find. Yes, better PSD support than GIMP or Affinity. As a graphic designer with nearly 20 years of experience, I don't get the fuss about GIMP other than being free. It has the worst user interface I've seen in any tool I've tried. Futuream.org, you can use it to send emails to the future you. Been using it for almost 3 years. It helps put into perspective how much has changed over the course of a year. Is there a website that allows me to send an email to past me? I've got a couple of things I need to warn me about. Can you CC me? I always love an opportunity to be able to talk about archive.org because it is such a wonderful and free resource for so many things. It has millions of free downloads from music, movies, books, software, etc. One very popular example is that it is home to a very large catalog of Grateful Dead recordings. There is also the Internet Arcade where you can play a lot of classic games along with the console living room, which is similar. They have access to tons of old PC games too, and you can even play the original Oregon Trail online. There's a lot more in their software section too. It also has the Wayback Machine, which has archived more than 486 billion web pages saved, so you can go back and see how websites were years ago. For example, here's Reddit on July 25, 2005, a month after it was created. Unsplash.com, tons of free to use images of damn near everything. Imslp.org, a library of public domain classical sheet music. You can pretty much find any classical music over 100 years old. I stopped buying sheet music when I discovered it. Plus, it's pretty easy to send music to students during e-class in lockdown. Edit. Wow, thanks guys. I'm glad my information helps some people. Listen to radio around the world, radio.garden. There's also windowswap.com, which lets you view out people's windows from around the world. Edit. As several users have pointed out, the videos on the site aren't live feeds, but hopefully you'll still find it interesting anyway. Smile. Out. Well, that's just useless to me. Yes, fellow pervs, rise from the bushes, make yourselves heard. Wait. www.justwatch.com allows me to search up a movie or TV show and tells me where it's streaming. Edit. It seems like quite a few people are not able to view something they want to watch, but I also use 123 movies when the only option I have is to buy or rent it. There's also the option of torrenting with a VPN. The Noun Project need an icon for something and don't have time to make it yourself. People from all over the world create them and upload them. Great resource for graphic designers. Icons available in SVG or JPEG, and they're doing stock photos now too. 3 a bunch of awards. Say what? Was not expecting that, thanks. I was not disappointed. NSFW. Neither was I. SFW kinda. Okay, that's actually funny. Deepl.com, deep for translations instead of Google Translate. Although language options are still limited, the results are more natural and elegant. I'm a bilingual Chinese-English speaker and use this whenever I can't remember how to say a phrase in the other language. It's very accurate. Lightningmaps.org, it tells you in real time where lightning strikes anywhere in the world. Nice to track when there is a thunderstorm where you live. Warnonf.net, they are masters at tracking down the exact clothes actors wear in TV shows. And they often show a similar cheaper option if your budget is not the same as millionaires. Edit, mostly women's clothes, and no movies. Sorry. Cur.ag, tip of my tongue. It's really effective and has helped me countless times. I always seem to want a word when I'm writing but forget what the actual word is. Wolframalpha.com, I sometimes use it math calculations. Also Desmos.com if you need a graphing calculator. Desmos is amazing, it should be worshipped. Pointer.com, I mainly use it just to be impressed by the photos and to have a good laugh. Man, that takes me back, I remember finding that with the SLSweb.com. If you're in the US and you earn below a certain threshold, currently around $69,000, you can get free software to help you file your taxes. There's an IRS website that walks you through the process, and you'll use exactly the same software you might already be paying a shitload of money for. For real, these companies are legally obligated to make their software available for free, in return for the US government not setting up its own free software and completely dismantling the market. Companies that sell you tax software are trying very hard to make it difficult to find. Don't let them. Atomic rockets, any kind of sci-fi thing, they got. Dungeon, auto-generate dungeon maps, world maps, names, any kind of thing you need for a quick DD game. Edit, there's also this for generating city maps. Edit, thanks for the gold. Boil the Frog. An awesome site where you put two artists in, and it makes a playlist connecting them for you. Thanks for music. DoseTheDogdy.com, like it says, you can look up movies and see whether the dog in the movie dies. There are other categories too, but I mainly use it to check whether the dog dies. I hope John Wick doesn't discover this site. DoseTheDogdy.com, yes, and it's terrible, but John Wick spends the rest of the movie deliberately, gloriously, and violently avenging the dog, so it feels really pro-dog overall. I love the ratings there. www.futuretimeline.net #X200B, easiest way to spend an hour or two learning about our historic future. Strive.com, this site has a pretty cool collection of free ebooks without registering. Brother, let me introduce you to Z Library. This is my holy grail. Think the peer at eBay, but without peer-to-peer, only for written content, and with a huge collection for many languages. Edit, also, download Calibre to convert any text file into another extension. Great for Kindle users. Teleparty. It's actually a browser extension, but it's fun being able to have movie night with the boys while on lockdown. Can you also use it to stream a movie you own, or does it only work with Netflix, etc.? It was originally created for Netflix under that name Netflix Watch Party, then they added more stuff and rebranded. Runp.com, it tells you the best time for a bathroom break and gives a brief description of what you would miss. Love it. When Avengers Endgame came out at 3 hours long, my local theater had signs posted saying things like, at 43 minutes in, Thor says hello everybody. You have 5 minutes and 23 seconds before the next important moment. Forvo, for when you see a word in a different language, or your own, and you want to know how it's pronounced, or how it sounds in different accents dialects. People record themselves saying words and upload it with their general location. I tell everyone I can about this site. Edit, thank you for the silver, kind stranger. It's my first ever medal. How many people are in space right now.com, I check every few days or at least once a week. The site seems wonky today though, it normally shows the national flag of each astronaut. Word2cleanhell.com, paste info from your MS Word documents and it outputs as nice clean HTML. I've tried a few other options over the years, but this is the one I go back to. Saves a hell of a lot of time editing content for the web, which I get in Word documents.